Welcome, beauty treasure hunters. My name is Michelle, and today I am using a bag full of products that as soon as I used them, I tossed them in there because I hated them. So stay tuned and maybe you'll save yourself some money. All right, the fun begins now. But before I start putting stuff on my face, I wanted to go over some skincare be carefuls. If smell bothers you, then this hydrating gel cream that's supposed to kind of be like the Neutrogena, but it's from Be Pure at the Dollar Tree. Looks like this. Feels good, but I cannot use it because of the smell. It just smells like something really strong that my grandmother may have chosen to wear. Very flowery, overpowering, and I just can't do it. A couple of cleansing balms that I cannot keep using. This one's by W7, and I love W7. This one is peachy clean. I like this scent, but it's one of those where once you get it on your face and then you start mixing in the water, they don't mix. It's just like trying to mix water and grease. Same thing for this Revolution Pro Miracle Cleansing Balm. I thought I would love this, but I want to show, let's see if we can show you back here. It's extremely solid, has a nice scent, but it doesn't mix with the water to rinse off. So disappointed. So don't waste your money there. Okay, here we go. It's scary. Um, I always start with sunscreen. My favorite is the Biore Watery Essence, but this one is called Everyday by Unsun Mineral Tinted Face Sunscreen Lotion. SPF 30, water resistant for 80 minutes, light medium. I got this at the salvage store. And here's what scared me. I open it up and it's greenish gray. Okay, and I've tried this before. This is what it looks like. Looks like I'm getting ready to put cement on my face. And it's not expired. That's not it at all. It also has a very medicinal smell. And it may turn out to be just fine once I get it rubbed in, if you can stand the smell. Kind of feels like a pore filling primer, and that's the consistency of it. And by the way, I really am going to try to make all this work, but my oldest daughter always reminds me, Mom, life is short. Use the good makeup. And she's the one who buys it for me. Okay, not bad. Just a smidge greasy. Then I usually go in with a primer. And so far, the worst primer I have ever tried. Oh my gosh, I'm sorry, W7. I did a full face of W7 of things that I love. So if you've not seen that, you can check that out. I will link it in the description. This one is the 24 karat prime. Supposedly has flecks of gold in it. And when I suck it up in there, I think I see one little fleck. It's just clear. But here's the thing. I feel like I am rubbing olive oil all over my face. And did I use too much? I didn't think so. You know, I took it across 3 fingers. Just I treat these things just like I would normally treat my favorites, I guess. Okay. I feel like a grease monkey. Sometimes I like to use just a tinted moisturizer on the perimeter of my face. And this one is by Cover Effects. I think maybe they've been bought out and are going away, but this is their Radiant Start Tinted Moisturizer in shade number 1. It's pretty thick. And the reason I did not like this is because it also feels like a grease pit. So we just keep adding to the grease. Also, looking really tin manny. And so if I'm actually going to get good use of this, I need to not put it with my tinted moisturizers. I need to put it in with like the highlighters or, the things you could mix with a foundation to make it a little more glowy. All right. But it was not what I was expecting for a tinted moisturizer. I also got from Temu, let's see, I'm not sure how to say that, but I think this was supposed to be like maybe the Charlotte Tilbury Miracle Cream. It's kind of whipped, but more solid. Well, no, it does feel very whipped. I'm just going to put a little bit of that on my wrinkles and under eyes to kind of get them ready. And the reason I didn't like it was the same reason as all the other stuff. Feeling greasy. But I'm trying, okay? Because I do have errands to run today. I really don't want to have to wash all this off and, put something else on. I'm going to do concealer to prime my eyelids. And the only concealer I have today that I really didn't like is by Burt's Bees in the shade Fair. I thought it looked kind of pinky in the package, but it's not. And it may get the job done for priming my eyelids. And I love other things by Burt's Bees. Of course, they're lip balms. All right, eyelids primed. And I've got several eyeshadows we could discuss. The first one that was not what I thought it was going to be is by Catrice. And you know I love Catrice. I've also done a full face of Catrice. This is the Space Glam eyeshadow single in Moonlight Glow. I'm just going to swatch. I'll show you. I thought it was going to be kind of sparkly, but this is what it turned out to be. And it's not showing you the actual color. This is kind of green. I know that's not showing up. And it's not sparkle, it is shimmer. So I thought I was getting like a champagne sparkle, and I got a greenish yellow shimmer. Okay, I have two to talk about. I think I got these off of Temu as well, and they say Game Eye. I don't know, but they were supposed to be sparkly as well. And I thought this would be pretty. But when I rub it, it's no shimmer at all. It's almost like chalk. And it barely shows up. And I think sometimes with Chinese, Japanese, Korean eyeshadows, they just don't wear a lot of eyeshadow. And so the quality's not there. This one's a different color, but the color's in something that looks like Japanese or Korean or Chinese. I can't tell. And again, when I rub in it, it's not much there. But I did notice if I kept rubbing this one, let's see if you can tell, it barely has a little sparkle. So I might try a little bit of that today. Now the others that I have, let's see, I do have one more, I think a Chinese one, and it was supposed to be a rock candy dupe, but it's one of those where you can start digging in even to the darkest shade and you won't get anything. So I will definitely try this. Some others that you might want to be careful of in the United States. This one is by CoverGirl. And I do have some CoverGirl shadows that I really like, but the ones in these kind of pans, they just don't have much to them. I'll do the first shade. Let's see. I can't even see where I swiped it. I'll do the second shade. Okay, we can see that one barely. And the third shade over here, just barely. So I guess what I'm trying to say is I really don't care for hardly pigmented shadows. I have one palette that I got in a ColourPop mystery thing where you don't know what you're going to get. And I was like, man, anything but orange, anything but orange. And one of them was Orangey Glad. If it had been like, there are a couple of ones in here that are kind of peachy that I would use, but here's what we've got. We've got a chunky glitter in the middle and some pretty bright shades. But if things don't work out, if I can't get anything to show up from the rock candy today, I may add a little bit of this on top. So here we go. I would normally start with one of the colors up top to set with. I'm gonna try this one right here. The other lighter ones have like a sheen to them, and I don't like to set with a sheen. And then if I were doing just a basic look, I would then look for a transition shade also that is matte, and I'm gonna go with this one right here. Gonna really dig in. Even though I've even seen some come off my brush because I really dug in, you can still just barely see it. So then I'm going to pick out something really dark for the outer corner. You see what I'm talking about? And then lately I've been liking going underneath for liner. So I'll pick, I think this brown right here, and see if that'll work. Okay, and then I usually like to take a darker shimmer next to my lash line to kind of act like liner as well. I'm gonna try this one right here. I'm really gonna dig in. Barely looks like I did anything. All right, let's give some of these other shadows a chance. I think you get where I'm coming from though. I'm gonna try a little bit of this one. I'm gonna use my finger, press as hard as I can. Oh well. Okay, I'm gonna clean up my sides. Now through that, I've been doing it with a baby wipe here lately. I just like to take the corner, or the edge, I'm sorry, pull up. Got a couple of dud brow products to show you. This one is by ColourPop. It was Tinted Feather Effect Brow Styling Wax, but when I got it, it fell out like a puck. And this, it's totally hard. I tried melting it to see if that would help, but it doesn't. I even put a little bit of oil in here, and that's all you get is the oil. It's solid. I bet I could take it out and use it like maybe like a crayon, but maybe not. So that's totally unusable. And then this one by Believe Beauty. Of course, they're going out of business at Dollar General, but if you do salvage shopping, you still might find this. their brow tinted brow gel. I'm going to go really easy with it because it can look pretty chunky. And I think the disaster happened when I tried to lay down my brows with some clear gel on top just to make them lie down. It was not a good combo. This is not looking too bad. I'm trying really hard. Just gonna pat, 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 because I do need them to stay down. Back to the Burt's Bees concealer. Kind of blends out to nothing. But better than nothing, okay? To set my under eyes, I'm going to use some powder from AOA Studio Shop Miss A. This is Inner Self Color Correcting Pressed Powder. I didn't have a whole lot of powders looking through that were not good. Just using a fluffy brush. Going very lightly. I'm already pretty glowy, but I've got a couple of things that I want to talk about. This one, you may say, this is totally my fault. It is by Black Radiance, and I do not have dark skin, but I thought, oh, rose gold, that would be kind of pretty. And maybe even to mix with some foundation at some point. But boy, it's pretty dark. But I went very lightly. Now I got this on Amazon. Here's the company. I thought it was going to be like, I'm having a brain hiccup. I'll put it on the screen. The body makeup that's waterproof and it's wonderful. So I ordered it. Lasting Effects Durables Body Coverage Perfector Illuminator Camouflage. And I thought it would be dark, but it's light. And let's see if I blend it out. Yeah, pretty. It said nothing about illuminating in the description, so be careful. Okay. Now I've really found some gems on Temu and Shop Miss A and things like that. But this one is a cream mousse foundation, and I don't know what shade it is. Probably, I usually get like a number 2. The whole thing was coming out because I guess it's refillable. All right, and here it is. I'm going to go very lightly. The color was a bit too peach for me. So we'll see how it goes. I'm hoping it takes down some of the Tin Man effect that I have going on. And a tiny bit goes an incredibly long way. Like, I am taking my finger and just sliding it on the side. Really, I think this is more like a tinted moisturizer. But it's definitely moisturizing. It's not making me any less shiny. Although I must say it is melting in. Let's see if I can cover up my veins here. Usually when I do this with a foundation, I can get some extra coverage. But not today. This may be fabulous in the dead of winter when my face feels like it's going to crack. I don't know. In my normal routine, I would be to the point where I do my contouring. And I was so excited when I found this at Marshall's Physicians Formula bronzing stick. And I've already rubbed off a whole top, but I'll just kind of show you. Nothing happened because it's hard and dry. So I really am going to try to rub it off again and take off the whole top. Okay, I have the whole top off. Let's try again. Okay, that's better. I'm going to do half of my face. So slick, it's having trouble staying. Okay, and then I'm going to do the other half. This almost has a Tootsie Roll consistency. This one I got at the Dollar Tree in one of the newer collections. Oh my God, it smells gross. And you know, it looks like the same kind of problem. Okay, let's hope I can blend out this smell. I'm gonna have to wash my brushes after this for sure. Okay, here we go. Now if I had on my regular base layers, I don't think this side would blend very well. But since I am greased up, it is. It's if I push really hard. And this one's just gonna disappear. Okay. Looking at myself, I'm like, oh, I'm ready for foundation. No, it's already on there. We'll do a little bit of eyeliner underneath to add to it because I wanted to talk about this one. This is a Fenty eyeliner. And I got it at Marshall's. I thought, oh boy, it looks kind of grayish. And when I try to draw with it, this is what I get. I have broken off, you know, wiped off the top. Pretty much nothing. I was so disappointed because I still paid quite a bit for it. I guess I could have taken it back, but I didn't. And this one, I love the wooden pencil LA Colors liners. However, the auto liners for eyes or lips, they don't last. Okay, show you. I'm trying to write with this one. Maybe I'll get some off though. Okay, I think that's as good as it's going to get today. I have a couple of different mascaras. They're both Dollar Tree mascaras, okay? Now, I like the fiber one for my bottom lashes, but this is called Midnight Black. Okay. And the problem is that absolutely nothing is coming off. It's dried out from the beginning and I can't even get it back in there. I can't. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and toss that. And this one is Rockstar mascara, and I thought, oh boy, a brown mascara. Here's what that looks like. And again, I'm just not getting anything. Nothing. That's it. And I can see them on my monitor. I can't even see them in my mirror, and it's a 10x mirror. Okay, before I go out, I'll have to put something else on. Okay, I also wanted to caution people, if you love the Peter Thomas Roth an instant firm eye, make sure if you're ordering from somewhere other than the company that this doesn't happen to you. Instant eye tightener, it showed up as Peter when I did my search, but also in the description it had it. This should be illegal. I should have returned this, but it doesn't do anything at all. It's like moisturizer for your under eyes. And the other one really does do a little bit, but not this one, other than moisturizing. So if you want to pay $15 for an eye cream, have at it. But just a caution. Gonna go in with an AOA cream blush. Kind of has lip gloss consistency. Demure is the color. So it's more like putting lip gloss on your face. So the main issue is that I'm just a grease pit. I have lots of lippies. We'll start with the liners. All right. This one is an AOA in the color Whiskey. It is a gel lip liner. All right. Here's the AOA. And it's just a lot harder to draw with than it should be. The rest of these, it's a color issue. I'll start with the most expensive one. This is a Laura Mercier, and the description is rich mauve. And when I bought it, it was in a white box in a 3-pack. If I could have seen this color end, I may not have bought it, but then I may have anyway. Okay, here it is. And here's what I've got. You can see how hard I'm having to try. And it's not showing up as bright as it is in person. It's neon pink. Okay, next I have, and let's see. You know I love LA Colors lip liners that are the wooden pencils. This is another auto liner. And it's almost just as bright as that one. And I just, neon pink is not my vibe. Okay, the next two are by NYX. The first one is in Klinger. And I think you can tell what it's going to be the same. These are all super bright neon pink. And another NYX Tea and Cookies. And you look and think, oh, this is going to be like one of those perfect colors. And this is very bright as well. I hope that shows up in the editing. But alas, I do have to use one of these. And so I think I'll do the Tea and Cookies. All right, there I am, nice and pink. All right, for the rest of these, the first one is an e.l.f. Hydrating Core Lip Shine. Here it is. It's a little heart. The only problem is that little gel heart in the middle smells just like fish oil. So if you can stand it, go for it. The color's pretty. I don't think I'll end up going with that. We'll see. Okay, the next are these smoke and mirrors. I love the click up lip stuff. And so I thought, whoop, I'll try these. The clear one is fine. The kind of bright cherry one is fine. Now my favorite color is this one, okay? But it has a smell, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I've smelled that before. And it was in the Be Pure gloss, and these were dupes. I've seen like the Morphe drip glass in these containers, but the first time I got these, they had this heavy coffee slash expired shea butter scent. That's how I describe it. That's exactly what just this color has. And this was my favorite of all of them. Oh well, I have to use one of them, so I am going to use this one just to show you. Oh my gosh. And it's not going to go away. Okay. And these aren't click up, these are twist up, and it is more solid. So it's not a dupe for the Tarte Maracuja Juicy Lips. I also do not recommend the Be Pure lip stains. The colors left behind are, this one's really orangey. They're just not what you expect, and they're not flattering. Dollar Tree has some, I think this is a Be Pure lipstick, and the color on the package was nothing like this. And it is pretty orangey. And these two in the package, I thought, okay, if those are that light, that'll be all right. This one is this. It's too orangey for me. And the pink one is this. So it, I guess it would go good with all those hot pink lip liners. Almost done with the lips. By the way, that bad smelling lipstick is now starting to burn, so it is a plumping one. This is an LA Colors. It says makeup stick. But this one just barely shows up. And I'm like, what can I use it for? Not really lips. Not really highlight. I don't see it. So it's almost non-existent. And then they had a couple of lip balm, mood lip balms. And generally, I like the pink that they turn. Some people don't. I do. Gonna take off the yicky tasting smelling one. And it is a gel. And the packages were different because they had different like zodiac signs, but the product inside is exactly the same. They got me. Oh my gosh, I can't. This one is like solid fish oil. All right, this one is a lip glaze, and it was green apple. I was hoping that it would smell and maybe taste like that. And it's so cute. It's like a little plastic paddle. So it's like a clear, some kind of cheap lotion scent. Not green apple at all. And the last one that is going to burn the fire out of me is a CoverGirl Clean Fresh Yummy Plumper. It's gold outside. Okay. Now I am the gal that I tried the lip injection plumper, the extreme one, and I turned red clear up to here. So whatever they use in there, I can't hack. But this one is almost as bad. Okay. I had a layer of green apple stuff underneath there. So, oh boy, here it comes. And it did get inside my mouth and tastes like heavy wintergreen. I can't do it. Sorry, y'all. So I'm going to go back to the least of all evils with the elf. I still taste that. Ugh. Okay. But it's withstandable. Now on to some highlighters. I got some Jelly Cheek and Lip Tint by Undone Beauty and thought, oh, I'll probably like this highlighter too. In the shade Cool Lit. Okay. But I didn't realize I was going to get just iridescence. And there's a definite, it's not showing up on camera, but it's a purple iridescent. Okay. Kind of like you're dead. Maybe. I don't know. All right. And the AOA Wonder Baked Highlighter in Bonbon. Okay. That one's just not there. So I guess that's the safer bet if I have between those two. So I'll go ahead and try to use it. It's not like I need highlighter. I'm so shiny. Okay, and I also got these LA Girl glitters. I think they're supposed to be face and body glitters, and I was thinking, oh, maybe I could use those as eyeshadow. But okay, here's what you get. It's like big giant chunks, but in its defense, they do cling. But I don't feel like this today, y'all. Forgive me. All right, and for my powder, for my finishing powder, I'm going to use this Prolux from the Dollar Tree in Buff. And these were only there for a short while. And that's what it looks like. It does have talc in it. But I am going to use not this puff that it came with, but a fluffier brush. And I hope I don't end up looking like cake batter. Usually, when I'm using some of my cheaper stuff, I can make it look really good. But today, I feel like crap, y'all. I didn't have any bronzer that I didn't care for. I think maybe I'd already tossed it. Or I know what I did with it. I got one that had a lot of shimmer in it by La Mercerie. Well, a lot. It was like highlighter and trying to be sold as powder. So what I do with that, sometimes I'll just put that on my collarbones. Okay, now as much as I have powdered, this is as good as it's going to get. And I have a couple more products to show you. Of course, we need setting spray. And the yickiest setting spray that I have ever used, and still have to use it sometimes, is this one by L'Oreal. Now, it does work, but boy, does it stink and feel sticky. But here goes. I'm gonna hold my breath for 3 seconds. Ah, still smell it. Okay. I still feel very greasy. I feel like, ooh, yeah, stuff would, it's like I've got on sticky primer. Yeah. And the last product I'm going to show you is this. I like to do things to my arms during the summer. This is Bronzed Goddess Light Coconut Papaya Scent Body Mist, Illuminating Body Mist. And the problem with this, I'll shake it up, is just nothing. No matter how much I spray, I get nothing. What you see was that's just wet. And the scent is not good either. And I paid $6.99 for that. Bleh. All right, so this is the final look for the day. I'm very, very sticky tacky. The eyes are not bad. I'm gonna put on some good mascara on my bottom lashes. Y'all know I do sectionals on the top and I wear them for several days at a time. I think what I'm gonna do though is wash my whole face and redo this base again. I don't feel like myself. I feel greasy and very pale. I hope you enjoyed this. I hope I save you some money when you see those things out and think, oh yeah, I remember this didn't work. Um, Thank you for spending some time with me today. If you found me, you're one of the first ones, so please like and subscribe. This is a lot of fun. I hope to keep doing it, and I hope you see me in another one.